I hate to see you cry, lying there in that
That's fine. So, thank you, Yeo Bee Yin, for being with us today. Yeo Bee Yin is, of course, the elected representative for Damansara Utama, am I right? And,
Yeah.
and one of the youngest elected representatives that we have. And we're really happy to have her with us today. So, the first question is a very educational one. What is
Alright.
the role of a state assembly person?
I think the role of a lawmaker is to make laws. State assembly person is by right a lawmaker. So that is the textbook answer of any lawmakers. That is to go and speak on behalf of the people in the state assembly. But in the real world, state assembly person do not only do that. We serve our constituents, listen to their ideas and do that. And also politically, it is important that that we do something about the political landscape in Malaysia. So we also do a lot of work on different things that will add value to the party and also to the opposition coalition, so that we can actually win the G for things. So that is mostly what we do. And once in a while, we go and talk to young people. We do a lot of development things, and these are some of the programs that we do. We do a lot of programs for the youth, and also I think we also do a lot of programs for the underprivileged. So it depends on what you want, but basically is to make laws to serve people and to meet the people's need, and also to help with the political landscape. I think that's very important. If you want to make a change, changing the political landscape is important. Winning the G for things. Therefore, we also spend a lot of time.
Yeah, it's not really clear, right? Like the role of a state assembly person and what's the role of a local councillor. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they be like, whatever it is, they'll just call the politician that they know is around that area. You know,
Correct. So
everything-
now we face a lot of problems with that. We face problems that people have a long-term problem. They call the YB to solve. They call the state assembly person to solve their long-term issues. That is something that because of the expectation of the people versus what is your real role.
Yeah.
Your role and the role that people perceive you play. I think that that will take more years of awareness about what the local councils do, and what the state do, and what the parliament do. So so to me, it is part and parcel of my job. I think that while it is not my job to do that, but it is part and parcel of my job to serve my people. I will refer them to the right people, to the councillors or to the council, so that the work is done. And sometimes, once in a while, say for example, there are some emergency issues, say for example, a collapsing riverbank. People are dying. I mean, your people are in danger. You cannot be saying that that's not my job. I shouldn't be doing that. That is not what a elected representative should do. So we intervene in this kind of thing to make sure that people's needs are met, and also to make sure that people's concern are addressed. I think I see it as part of my job.
But theoretically, state assembly person.
Theoretically, the council issue should not be my job. Theoretically, but even if that's the case, I think the attitude that we should have, it should not be, hey, that's not my job, and therefore you should not. I think the attitude that we should have is still to serve the people and to tell them and to channel them into the right channel. It will take years, and I think one of the things that we should do is to create awareness about the role of the lawmakers, or the role or the democracy in Malaysia among the youth, because the youth will then become the elected will become the voters. One day they will not. It's a chicken and egg thing. So you have a politician that always jaga longkang because the people ask for that. So the moment you want to break this is that you want to make sure that the people know where to go to when they have a longkang problem. So I think it's a chicken and egg. We are in the transition, and as a politician in the transition, therefore we should not be blaming people for coming to us of these issues, but to really to work on how to create more awareness, how to make sure that things are done, how to make sure that people are met. While at the same time, we should also spend a lot of time in policy making, as in researching and reading reports. So, and do not neglect that lump. So I think this should be fine for the moment. The transition. We are in the transition. We are not perfect at all. So we cannot be asking for a perfect one. And to be for public office is to really to have the attitude to serve. So I think that's to me very important.
Okay. Do you think there's more prestige in a member of parliament's role compared to a state assembly person role?
Actually, I do not see the difference, and I think it really always depends on how influential you are. Whether you are an adult or you are a member of parliament, actually it doesn't matter. But how influential and the influence does not come with that. Does not come with whether you are a state legislator or a federal legislator. It is more on how your influence. I think your voice.
But within each party, right? Like, do more people want to contest for the parliamentary seats compared to a state seat?
I think this, every party will have their own consideration of who will the candidate be, the federal legislator and also the state legislator. I think it is equally competitive, and I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure of which one has more competition. And the election is still like 2 years down the road. I think we haven't faced that sort of competition yet, and I hope no one want to run for Damansara Utama so that I can run another one. But I'm not very sure, you know. If there is, my thing is still is my purpose is not to hold on to the position. If the person is more qualified and more suitable than me to run in my seat, then I will let go of the seat. You know?
But have you grown? Have you grown like an attachment to the residents in your constituency?
I think it is. I think it is our role. It is our role to. It is our role to serve the people, and it's our role to have a good relationship. But the relationship itself should not be the excuse for us not to give our seats to other people when it comes a time that it is needed politically, or it comes a time I'm no longer a better candidate to the party and to the opposition coalition or to the country as a whole.
Mm-hmm. You have been quite critical of the DIG issue. Do you think that this is just another 1MDB?
No, I don't think so. DIG is very far from 1MDB. It's first that DIG has not started. What we are critical about is the governance itself, is the way it is done now. We hope for a better structure. I think it is very unlike 1MDB that it has started, it has had enough money and all that. It is not that yet, but what we ask for is a better transparency and governance on the DIG before it started, before it really starts in next year. And I am still not convinced that we actually need an state investment firm just to restructure all of GLCs. What the select committee asking for is the restructure of the GLCs in Selangor. And the solution that's given to us is the formation of a state investment firm. I think it doesn't answer the problem, answer the question to what we asked for. We just want the restructure of GLC, rationalization of assets. But I do not want to risk having all the state the GLCs under one DIG, which is registered under the Company Act. And to me, the accountability structure is not strong enough. And of course, I am not saying that Azmin Ali is corrupt. But how can you guarantee the next Menteri Besar is not? When you have such a structure that is can be readily abused, then you leave a loophole for the future. So that's what I'm standing for. That's what I think the GLC Select Committee is standing for. We are not against ASMIN. We are against the structure as such.
What's your impression of Azmin Ali's administration?
Well, to be frank, I think Asmin Ali is more effective compared to Nasrin Ali. And Asmin Ali has been more, I would say he is a better military. I would, I should not say that. I think compared to the previous administration, Asmin Ali is more effective and more responsive to the problem that the people face. For example, we are facing a lot of problems with water. And recently, I'm very amazed at Asmin's decision to spend 778 million to build 2 water treatment plants, which is needed by Selangor Water. This is something that we pushed for with the Select Water Select Committee. And I actually, before he announced it, I was like saying that this is so difficult to push. As in, I thought he would not accept that, but he announced before even we give the suggestion. So I thought Asmin really want to solve problem, and I hope that in two years time we will be able to really have a better water supply in Selangor, and that will to Asmin credit. So I would say Asmin Ali is effective in terms of it's quick in terms of problem solving. What I would hope to do better would be the governance of GLCs. But just for your information, all the GLCs around Malaysia has the same structure, if not worse than Selangor. It appears as if Selangor is very corrupt and Selangor is no governance and everything because actually the whole Malaysia is like that. The whole Malaysia is like that, but we cannot be saying that the whole Malaysia is like that. Therefore, Selangor can be contented with our structure. We should move forward, and Selangor should always lead. And that is something that we want to push for the next 2 or 3 years. And I really hope that Asmin will be open to the idea, and I hope that he will be. And be that he's saying himself to do. He says he wants to hold accountability to the highest level. So I'm expecting that from his administration.
You've been it's just breaking up a bit that your speaker. Is it possible that because there seems to be a bit of feedback coming from? Is there like
I think it's because of my phone. My phone rang.
Yeah. Is it?
Hold on. Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you try again? Can you try speaking a bit?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's better. Like there's no like double voice. Okay. So in a Malay Mail online report, you spoken out against the non-criminalization of marital rape. Well, why do you think that it's important to raise issues like that?
I think I basically I'm not a very feminist person. As in, I am not. How to say? I don't only raise women issues. I seldom raise women issues. But this is important to me because I think the position of the woman in Malaysia is not as equal as you think it is. For example, the perception about a woman should be such and such, and a woman should be such criminalization of marital rape. It's not only to give justice back to marital rape, as in the victim of marital rape, it also change the perception about the position of the woman in a marriage, which is equal. So I think it's a whole shift of the cultural or perception about marriage and about women, about equality, because the moment women are perceived as inferior, that is when rape will happen more. If you read about rape and about the social research about rape and everything, then you find that it is not about sex. It's always about power. That the rapists want to exert power over a victim whom they think is weaker than them, and therefore the whole perception shift or the mindset shift of the society about women will help to lessen rape. And a lot of people compare, how come US have more rape than, for example, in the Saudi? It really depends on how many cases are reported. So or the statistics and everything. So basically, I am for criminalization of marital rape, but I think it will still be a long way before the law can be passed. And we will continue to, because on rape issues, it's not only about marital rape. I think we will continue to speak. I will do every year videos about rape. I will do every year, things about, anti-violence against women and all that. Yeah.
Why do you think there are so few women in politics?
I think it's about, I would think that people, first thing, naturally, women are not interested in politics. That's very natural. In fact, in the DAP, of a women is 1 in 5 membership. So about 20%, only about 20% of women in the DAP. And even on our Facebook, or if you check all our Facebook page and everything, the demography would be like 25% women and 75% men. So naturally, politics is not something women like to be reading. Not many. So I think the first thing, women are not naturally interested in women in politics. The second thing I think is of the women perception about themselves, who they are, who we are, and what we can do. And so, if you don't see that yourself as a leader, therefore you will not want to join politics. I think these are the two. If you look at all the women leaders in Malaysia, you will find that you would find that they do not perceive themselves as lesser. So in order to have more women and all that, I think the perception change is important. The perception of women about themselves should be changed now. But this one is something that we need to work on. And
so you're definitely an exception from that. So have you always been interested in politics?
No, I'm not interested in politics. I wasn't interested in politics when I was young. I have never been thinking about joining politics because I come from kampung. I come from a village where the men always were the leaders, and women are always having a supportive role. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily bad, but that's where I come from. So I've never thought of myself being able to be a politician, and neither am I. Was I interested? I'm still not very interested in politics. To tell you the truth, I am interested in making a difference. I am interested in making a change in people's life. I am interested in making an impact in the macro environment of the country, but I am not interested in politics. So politics is a bit different than making a change. But because I want to make a difference, I joined politics. I wasn't interested. Now I'm still getting myself try to be more interested in politics.
So if you had a choice, would you be a state assembly person but not be a politician?
You cannot have the best of both worlds. There is always a price for you to pay for the things that you want to do. So, for example, if you are you are a lawyer, right? So let's say, for example, next time you become a lawyer, you won't like 100% of the job. you will probably like 70%, and the 30% probably paperwork and all that you won't like it, but you still have to do it. It's the same as what I'm doing now. I was an assembly person. I'm in a position of influence. Therefore, I should pay my price of doing politics, of doing the things that I don't feel enjoy doing. But that's a price to pay, making a difference.
If there's one issue that you're most interested about when it comes to policy making, what would it be?
It's not something that I can touch on right now. I think it's education. Education changed my life. I used to be I'm from village, so I could not speak English. I think if it is not for good education, if it's not for good teachers that inspire me along the way, good mentors that challenge me to do more than what I can, and if it is not for scholarships that was given to me, I don't think I can be who I am today. It's not that I'm very successful, but it changed my life. The same goes to education. I think education is something that changes people's lives. There are still a lot of people in kampong. There are still a lot of people in the rural, very, very rural area in Malaysia. I hope that they will get equal opportunity to succeed in their lives. And for us to do so, we need to have good school in the rural area. We need to have good school in every area, so that our people will be able to be educated. And this is something that really very close to my heart. And because especially looking at how our education system has deteriorated, how it will affect a generation of productive force in the future. These people are going to come out to work. And if they do not have good education, it will mean we will have less prosperous economy. And therefore, it all boils down to school. I think school is the biggest weapon, just like what Nelson Mandela said. It's the biggest weapon that you can give to the next generation. I really hope that one day we will be able to have more, in terms of policy, we will have a better policy for education, and also better schools and better everything.
Okay, because I remember you spoke during one of the dramas prior to the 13th January election. So you spoke quite emotionally about the education scholarship, about how your life relates to it as well. So
Yeah.
do you have a special soft spot towards those disadvantaged non-Malays?
A lot of people think that I joined politics to seek revenge or to such a system. I don't. I really don't. I think that everyone should have equal opportunity. But at the same time, I understand that not every not only the non-Malays do not have equal opportunities. The Malays too do not have equal opportunity. What about the people in Felda? What about the people that need help the most? Did they get the help? Did they get the inspiration? So I think it's not more about race. It is about the system, about our system providing equal opportunity, not only to me, as in non-Malays. It provides equal opportunity to the people of the different geography level. Different geography means where you are. So to me, I am not here to fight those sort of things. I joined politics when I joined politics, I know that it is important for me. It is important to know that it is not my job to seek revenge to whoever that don't give me scholarship. I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I find myself blessed. I still got scholarship. But I hope that in years to come, people like me will be able to, that work hard, they will be able to get a scholarship, that will be able to fulfill their dream, they will be able to do the things that they want to do, achieve in their life. So.
Yeah, let's talk about the recent AP youth election.
Yeah.
You talked about how you wanted to write a concession speech within these few days on your Facebook post. Yeah. So they did a bit now.
I am just so busy, I'm busy around, and I'm just so busy and I haven't been able to write. That's basically I think we have followed the fight. Basically, I think we are against a veteran. It is not easy. It wasn't easy for us, but we still want to fight because we think that the reform is important. The reform to change the party's youth perception and to challenge the party to go further is important. Of course, we lost, but that doesn't mean that we did not fight a good fight. Winning is not about winning the position. It's about winning people's heart, and it's about winning not only the delegates, but inspire more people to think of think to be more aggressive in the next 2 years. I really think that that throughout the process, a lot of people have supported me. That's why I thought, even if I lost, even if I know that 2 or 3 weeks ago, we entered the race knowing that we would lose. We probably will lose, but we give it a try. So even we know that we would lose, we will still do that. I will still do that. I think because the friendship that you build along the way, the people that that come and help you out, the people that trust you so much, that they risk, things they. So these are the people that I really appreciate, and I have not had time to. Well, I personally send all the private messages to them already, but because I'm so busy sending private messages, calling different people, I really hope that I did not miss anyone. Because throughout the journey, there's just so many people helping me and all that. So I just hope that I can say my gratitude to the people that trust me so much on this post, contesting this post. Yeah.
How long did it take for you to actually decide to run for that post?
Well, actually, because I'm not, even though I'm in politics, I am not a competitive person. As in, I don't like to compete with others. Not to mention to compete for the highest post in the country. So it took me a long time. I actually regret now that it took me a long time to decide. Because I was very, very reluctant. I was very reluctant to run. I did not want to make enemies. And Kawo is my friend, you see. And of course, now I don't think we are an enemy. But I do not want to make enemies. I want to have a peaceful life. I want to make a difference. That's all I want. But I think the idea of running is to really challenge people, really, really compete and contest. So it took me about maybe more time than I used for campaign to decide. I think so that's what I regret. That's what I regret now. I should have made up my mind early, prepare early. Probably I will have a better chance. But anyway, I think I've tried my best. I have no regrets, and I'm not sad at all. A lot of people thought I am very sad. Actually, I'm not. I'm not sad at all, and I am so blessed. I found that throughout the journey, I just get to know so many more people, get to know the party so much closer. These are some of the things that I cannot get if I don't stand for this election. So yeah. So that's
Not even a little sad.
yeah.
Not even a little sad.
No.
Okay.
Very surprising, while I was waiting for the result, I heard some rumors that I lost already. So, but then while we were waiting for the results, as in they're counting, and the time I was a bit more down. But then when the result was announced, it was so surprising that I did not feel sad at all. I felt relieved that it's finally over. I felt relieved that it is not I who get the job because you need to do a lot of work. And just once I get the job, I really, really want to do a lot of work on that. I felt, because I believe in God, and I really think that that if it is not God, then I shouldn't be doing this. Apparently I'm not elected, and therefore I'm not from God, and therefore I have tried my best. I've tried my best. Give it a try, and if it did not work, I think the things that I want to do as a deputy chief, I can still do it in a different way. So it is not the position that counts. I think it's more on what I want to do. Now I just need to figure out how can I do it in a more effective way without the position at the moment. And now, so I'm now still taking time to think of how I want to do it without the position.
You ran for quite a specific reason. You think that the youth aren't mobilized enough prior to the next general election.
Yeah.
But why
Yeah.
do you think the youth are so apathetic towards politics now?
A few reasons. Disappointed. I think people are disillusioned with what's happening in Malaysia. People are disillusioned, and naturally, youths are not interested. Youth are more interested in so many other things, Taylor Swift, whatever. Youth are naturally more interested in that. I think we are exceptions. Youth, they are interested in politics, they are not men. This is very common, not only in Malaysia, it's all across in the world, and even the US and UK. UK voting rates is like so low. So it is not only our problem, it's the whole global problem that the youth is very apathetic about politics, because politics are so boring. Politics is not exciting, and politics does not inspire. So I think one of the things that we should really do at this, being a young politician, is to know how to make it more relevant to the youth, how to make it more inspiring, how to make it to tell them that, hey, this is important to your life. And so yeah.
But do you think that it's important for young people to care about politics or even join?
Yes, I do think it is important for young to whether it's politics or activism, it's up to them. But it is important for young people to take part in nation building, to take the role of whatever big or small role that you have, to make in making a difference. Because the young have the power in it. And if you look at Obama campaign, that's how Obama win, because they can mobilize a lot of youth to canvass for him. So youth has its power, but we need to mobilize. And of course, I believe that DEPSI is one of the best platforms to mobilize and to train. And therefore I ran for it. But even if it is without the position, I still think that we should mobilize and train our youth. And our youth should be more equipped to do the things that they should do.
Say if one person knows that it's important, what should they actually do in order to get involved?
I think there are a few things that you can do. Join politics, join the AP if you want. And I think because a lot of people think that joining politics is not important. In politics, who vote for party leaders? It's the member. It is the people, the voting delegates. How can you be a voting delegate? You should be a member. A lot of people say, "Hey, so I support you. You have no votes. Hello." So the whole idea is that the people who want to have their voice heard should be the voting delegates in the party election. And in order for you to do so, you have to join the party, and so that you have a voice in party election. And then, so I think joining politics or joining an NGO to select the leaders or to become the leader itself is important. And to not to worry so much on what will it give me, but how much I can contribute. It's also because I think a lot of young people join, say for example, some organization, EAP, then they found out that, hey, I'm not making a difference. I'm just helping in the dinner, just small things that I'm helping. Then they get this illusion that they leave. Because you join with the concept that you want to be the front line, like for example, like Yeo Bee. I want to be that person, I think it is important for us to have an attitude that it is not necessarily us. We want to do our best, however small the task that is towards us. So if one day I'm no longer the person who should be in the front line, I will still do my best, the best I know how to try to make a difference and to try in the struggle of our party and also in the struggle of our country.
What made you join DAP?
I think the AP is one of the. I'm a social democrat, so that's the first reason. I am a social democrat, and DAP is a social democratic party, and it's the only party with ideology. And luckily, it's a social democrat. So I am a social democrat. The second thing is that I think the principle of I think the leaders speak a lot towards the spirit of a party. Our leaders stood the test of time to stand for the principle that our party is standing for: justice, equality, human rights, solidarity. This is something that we stood for, and that means to even go to jail. I think this is something that is within that is of the DAP spirit. I think this is something that is very powerful, and so that's why I joined politics, because I believe in the dream. I believe in DAP vision to make Malaysia for all Malaysians, based on the foundation of equality, human rights, social and economic justice. This is something that I really hope to be. So this is the dream that I share. This is the same vision. So that's why I joined DAP. It's very simple.
Okay, we talked a little bit about this just now. So Yeo Bee Yin's like this healthy image in politics, but this contrasted to this dirty politics that everyone sees. Everyone perceives politics to be dirty. So has politics changed you in any ways that you didn't expect?
Well, I think it changed me. Before I joined politics, I'm very blunt. I am still very blunt now, to be frank. After I ran the deputy election, I figured that I'm not a good politician, as in to know how people think and all that. It did not change the way I think an ideal politician should be. It changed my way of perceiving others. It changed my way of doing things more wisely. It changed my way of knowing that not everyone is a good person. But I think I am not as blunt as Teresa Kok. So Teresa Kok, after 20 years, you still think everyone is a good person. I really admire Teresa Kok, and I want to learn from Teresa Kok. How can Teresa Kok be so kind? I really, I mean, you tell the parents, tell the students, I am not the most healthy one. I think Teresa Kok has got such a big heart that I want to learn from her. That I want to learn from her that we should perceive everyone as good until we were proven wrong. And we should be kind to people. And these are some of the things that I learned from our party leaders. They are not only leaders that lead us in politics. I think they are our moral leaders. They have a higher moral value to challenge us. This is something that I think only in the DAP, and I think in DAP is one of the party that can offer us that is real moral high ground, and it's a moral thing that that we are after. Why young people want to join politics? We don't join politics for politics. We don't join politics for all the power and all that. We want to join politics for a struggle, for a change, for a value and principle that we are holding. And I think DAP offers that. And I hope to continue to be that sort of leaders that will inspire more people like that to join us, that we will hold on to our principle together.
What's your daily schedule like?
Oh, my what?
Your daily schedule.
I don't have a daily schedule. It really depends on whether or not there is election, whether or not there's party election, whether or not there is spy election, whether or not there's state election. There are different types of election. And also, I don't have a fixed schedule. I really don't. Yeah.
But what's a typical day for Yeo Bee Yin like?
I don't have a typical day. So so I go to meet people. I meet people when they have problems. When they have huge problems. If it is not very, very huge, then probably I will send my assistant and everything. I go to do meetings in different government agencies depending on what issues. Some of the issues that I need to raise, I raise it there, and I will probably be. I'm doing quite a lot of work for Impian Malaysia, so some of the Impian Malaysia or Impian Sarawak, Sabah, or things, different types of meetings or engagement that I need to do, and also probably perhaps on some of the administration issues, or some of the community programs that I should go and meet people, and all in the policy research. I have to read a lot of reports and I got a lot of invitations as well to do different things and to speak and everything. So yeah, that's my life, and once in a while I have fun as well. So it's not like every day I'm very busy or things like that.
Yeah, because your social media shows that you're pretty hardworking. Like, so do you think it's a stressful job being a politician?
I think every job is stressful. Not only politicians are stressful, bankers are stressful too. Lawyers are stressful too. You know, everyone is stressful, and it really depends on how you enjoy your work. I think I enjoy my work 70% of my time, and the other 30% I'm just bearing with it. And but I enjoy my work, and so when you enjoy your work, it's not very stressful. Even when I was facing election, it's stressful, but it's meaningful. It's purposeful. So when you have a purpose in the thing that you do, then even though it's stressful, you think that it's fruitful and your life is fulfilled. So I think that's important.
A lot of people admire Yeo Bee, right? Because you're like intelligent, kind. Most of all, I think you had a good story. So you start off with humble beginnings, you had a good career, and then now you're serving the people. So it seems like a good train of journey. So what was it that first motivated you that you needed to join politics?
I want to make a change. I think making a change means changing the macro environment, of which I cannot change by just doing my job, just joining NGOs. There is an open door. I should go for it. So that's how it happened. A lot of people hesitate to do the things. Let's say, for example, to join politics because they think a lot about. Well, to me, because I want to make a difference. I really think that Malaysia can be a much better place. But it doesn't mean that I will be in politics for the rest of my life. So, and because my purpose is to, I'm a person that go with my purpose. I'm not a person that wants to be the, let's say for example, inspired to be somebody that's very high and so it's all boiled down to the purpose.
Do you sometimes look back and say whether this whole politics thing was worth it?
Come again?
Do you sometimes look back and think that whether this whole politics thing was worth it in the first place?
Every day. Every day. No, almost every day. What am I doing? You know. One thing is because I'm a very shy person, and actually, to be frank, I'm a very shy person. So to do this, it drains a lot of my energy because I'm shy, because I'm an introvert. So to meet with a lot of people, going to Ceramah, meet thousands of people, because I'm a natural introvert, that makes me very difficult to. It's not that I do not love people. I love to be with people. It's just that it's my character that I like to be quiet. I don't like to be in a VIP seat. You know, I don't like people looking at me. You know, all these things is a price to pay to be in politics. People will look at you. People will see what you do, and people will want to know what. So yeah. So I ask myself every day. I ask myself, not every day, but some of the days, you know. And then people scold at you, like 20, 50 people scolding at you, and something that you cannot change. they school me. Sometimes I wonder why in the world I'm doing this. But I think I'm blessed. As a young person, I think, well, of course, you guys are younger, but as young people, I think it is important that we do something that we're passionate about. I
Where
do regret. I do hesitate and doubt, but this is something that I'm very passionate about. So, yeah.
where would Yeo Bee Yin be if she wasn't a politician?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think probably I'm doing business. I like doing business. I like dealing with things. I like making decisions. I'm a very entrepreneurial person. I'm a person that look for something very new. That's why I do a lot of new initiatives when I'm a politician. When I'm even as a politician, I I do a lot of new programs and new initiatives for the party as well as for my constituents. I think at least six that is now running. I'm a very entrepreneurial type person. Something new. I do not like everything that's like A to Z. I don't like to go to office 9 to 5. So I will not be the salary person. So I think probably it's as I will be running my own business. I do not know what sort of business I will be. Yeah.
So what's the next 10 years for Yeo Bee Yin?
I think I hope to still be in politics. I hope to change the government. Uh, After we change the government, then I will think of what I should do. Um I definitely will not stay in politics for the reason for power. I will definitely not. But 10 years, I think I will still be in politics. If I ever leave politics, it will not be because of anything, but it will probably because I think it is time for me to move on and to another sphere to make a difference in a different manner than, what I'm doing today.
What would you like to be remembered as?
Uh, Actually, I, I. This is a very good question. I actually never thought of how people should. I actually don't mind how people will think of me. What I mind is what I actually do, as in, and whether or not it is good for the people. And I don't mind how people will talk about it, as long as I know that this is good for the country, and this is the most good for the country. So I have never thought of how I want to build my reputation. So I really don't know how to answer your how you want people to remember me. Just like when I'm about to die like that. So I not die. No. That I would think about it when I'm a bit older. But now I don't mind. I don't mind what other people think on it. Most of the people would think that I'm crazy. And some of the people who see me running a Dempsey election see me, oh, why are you being so ambitious, want to run? And this is definitely not because of my ambition. It's always because of my purpose. Yeah. So.
What gives you hope in Malaysia?
I think is to see that there are a lot of people that want our country to be changed. And also, I think the young people are the hope for the country. And actually, the biggest chunk of the demography population is the one the upcoming first-time voters. So I hope that with the new young youth coming up, we will be able to change the whole dynamic of uh, of the Malaysia political landscape, of who they will vote, of what their voice are, and things like that. I hope to. That's why it gives me a lot of hope. And actually, in the DAP, um, it gives me a lot of hope when our leader is very forward-looking. We want West of Malaysia that we want, our Malaysian dream. Uh, what are we pursuing? And all this really gives me